I think Bird and Magic saved the league, and I think the league took off when the Detroit Pistons showed up on the scene. I think Bird and Magic, you know, what the NBA was coming out of in the 70s, and how the United States was. I mean, we have to talk about that now. How the United States was for black men in the 70s, and then Bird and Magic being on the stage in the early 80s, coming out of college and then, playing that game again. Magic coming to LA, Bird going to Boston. They walked into culture. They walked into a foundation. They walked into a way of being. They walked into winning. They didn't have to, get a piece of paper and go to school and get educated.
Right.
They walked into it, right? Now, that helped. But what the ratings say and what the numbers say, when the league took off, is when them bad boys from the Detroit Pistons showed up, because we showed up with a totally different kind of crowd. We had, people from all different walks of life. And we started putting 50, 60,000 people in the Silverdome.
That's a big-ass stadium.
And then we had 3 rivalries. I think we're the only team that only had 3 rivalries. The Lakers, the Celtics, and the Bulls, right? So every time we played, everywhere we moved, right, it was different. And then we didn't understand, we didn't know. So we met a gentleman by the name of Mike Ornstein with the LA Raiders, or the Oakland Raiders at that time. What they call cross-marketing today, we didn't know there was such a term as cross-marketing. But our connection with the Oakland Raiders then let us start changing our colors. So we went from the red, white, and blue to the silver and black. And then we had a second jersey. We had a second uniform, and the NBA really didn't own any of that. So when we walked off the stage and the Bulls walked on the stage, that's when y'all got the shooting jerseys. That's when they started changing the different color uniforms and everything else. But the Pistons started all that. So the highest rated games in the 80s, Pistons against Celtics, Pistons against Lakers, Pistons against Bulls. And they all have one thing in common.
Pistons.
That's the Detroit Pistons.